This project has been on my to-do list for over a year now. Back in 2024, when I was still working as an assistant producer of Euroleague content, I had the chance to travel to 7 different pre-season media days, working with teams like FC Bayern Munich, Emporio Armani Milan, and Real Madrid. So I wanted to document my travels over the course of the month. I bought myself a brand new camera, and I did my best to capture what really goes on at a Euroleague media day. Hi guys, welcome back. So as you can see, a lot has happened since I last posted. First off, I've moved. I'm now living in Watford, which for me was a long time coming. We're also now into the 25-26 basketball season, and with the start of any basketball season, it's just a busy period of time and I had a lot of stuff going on. But one of the biggest reasons that I didn't get this out as soon as I would have liked is that I got really ill about a month ago, and obviously this would have made sense to go out during the period of the media days, or better yet before, but it just wasn't going to happen. And to be honest, I'm just really happy to have finally finished this and be able to show you all the stuff that I filmed. It's been such a long time since it happened that not only is it a nice peek behind the curtain, but it also for me serves as kind of a time capsule as to what was going on at that point in my life. I've split this up into 4 parts since there were 4 trips away, and I've tried to show you as much as I can without showing you the actual interviews or the content that was made. Obviously, I don't want to get into any trouble here, but I just want to give you a flavour as to what's going on. I do say this in the final episode, but I want to say a massive thank you to all the crews that I worked with during this time. Everyone was fantastic, and I'm just super grateful to have gone on all these trips and had the experience to meet so many great players and coaches. So it brings me great pleasure to say, here is part 1 of the Euroleague Media Day behind the scenes series with FC Bayern Munich and ALBA Berlin. Just hit that on there. There we go, that's better. Alright, hi guys, welcome. We're here at Heathrow Airport, Terminal 2, and we are heading off to the first in a series of Euroleague Media Days. I realise I've got to look at the camera. I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at this monitor. Quality of this is absolutely crazy. Haven't quite decided yet if this is going to be kind of 2-parter, 3-parter, or just a separate piece on each media day. But I'm going to try and document this as best I can and bring you guys along for the ride and kind of show you what goes on at the Euroleague Media Days. We're just going to sit around and wait for our flight, which I believe is delayed, and then we jet off for Munich. There's no light here. There's no light in the middle of this room. So we've arrived in Munich. I've got the whole green screen set with me here. Everything is in one piece, thank goodness. We have 2 big poster boards in there that we just wanted to make sure didn't get damaged or squished, but everything is intact. Just got back from quite a nice little place nearby, just a little restaurant me and Jamie went to, and then Dammy joined us afterwards. We're excited for meeting the players tomorrow and seeing how some of these features that we've kind of come up with in the off-season, how they're actually going to pan out when we actually do it with the players. It should be fun regardless. I think that's the main thing. As long as the players have a good time, it usually shines through and makes for quite a good feature. So I'm going to get some sleep, get some rest, and then we get going fairly early tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. I'm not going to sign off like that every time, definitely not. So I thought I'd talk you through what's going on here as we begin our first set of interviews with Vladimir Lucic and Johannes Voigtmann. Here's a little sample of my killer interviewing. How excited are you to play in the new South Garden Arena? Following that, we had our first two-player segment of the day, and this was something called EL25 Trivia, which was one of 3 challenges celebrating the Euroleague's 25th year of the modern era. And we were lucky enough to have Andy Obst and Oscar da Silva to do this challenge for us, and it just so happened that they had great chemistry on camera. So this turned out to be quite a nice feature. After that, we had Andy Obst stick around to do his broadcast interview, similar to Johannes Voigtman, as well as Carson Edwards, who was a new signing in this particular season. Also new to the club was head coach Gordy Herbert, who happened to be one of my favourite interviews of the day. We then had a few more Bayern Munich players before finally concluding the media day and beginning the pack down. And then, of course, begins the wait for the Uber. We are back at the hotel after a lovely long day of media day action. To be honest, on the whole, everything went really well. We had quite a few people come through, and we had to coordinate. I think there was a behind-the-scenes clip that I got, but had to coordinate changing the backdrop between a coloured one and a black one. Depending on what we were filming would depend which backdrop we were using, and it was not too bad getting it over and back, but it was just making sure that the creases weren't too bad. All the players are really nice. Got to speak to Johannes Voigtman for the first time. Seemed like a really kind of chilled and experienced player. Coach Gordy Herbert, really interesting to talk to. Almost hope that in the future maybe I can speak to him again. Oscar da Silva I've spoken to before a couple of times, and he's a really nice guy. He just understands the process, so it just makes it so much easier for us. And the whole time you're trying to obviously get what you need, but respect that the players have a lot to get done, and be as reasonable and nice with them as you can. Really weird to see Shabazz Napier there. Didn't expect to see him there. Yeah, he must have joined the team in the off season from Milan. Don't know what necessarily happened in terms of him leaving there. They have quite an interesting squad with him joining. We are going to go out for some food now. I went for a run earlier, and I got lost in the old city in Munich, and I ended up running like 11k. Not to flex, of course. But yeah, so I'm very ready to eat something. So we're going to go out, have some food, and then tomorrow we get the train to Berlin. And I don't know how to transition out of this, so I'm just going to do one of the most cliche things I can do. There we go. So just before we left Munich, I happened to spot one of these soft drinks that we were promoting ahead of the previous Final Four. And when you're using this stuff at media days, you never actually get to try it yourself. And it turns out it's actually pretty good. Might as well get that Euroleague product placement in there.
It honestly feels a bit weird being back this time around, because you see the place when it's not, you see the place when it's not got the entire kind of Final Four setup going on, but it's still a fantastic arena. I really do like the Uber Arena. Also, I love how close we are to the Berlin Wall. I'll turn the camera around and you can just see the beautiful works of art that we have just across the road from us. Didn't really talk about the train ride because obviously you kind of saw it. It was long, we got delayed. It was about 4 hours, but I'm glad that we all got here in one piece with all the kit. Getting away from the station was another challenge because we couldn't get a taxi big enough for our big bag, but we're here, and as I turn the corner here, I'll give you the beautiful view of Uber Plaza. To be honest, still not 100% sure what this sign actually says.
So we begin the setup for our second media day of the trip, and of course this will be our interview room. And while I complete my ritual of steaming the backdrop, I want to show you the amazing setup by one of our great camera ops, Oscar. Just look at this. Oh my goodness, we've got the lights, we've got the ball, we've got the board, everything is good, we're set up for our first feature, we've got 2 people coming in, let's go. So instead we start with Coach Gonzalez, as well as Matt Thomas for our first broadcast interviews. We then had Matteo Spagnolo to do another one of our EL25 trivias, which I'm pretty sure he nailed. Lastly, we had Gabriel Procida for a Euroleague sponsored segment before heading to the court to get some useful B-roll for the preview show. We're done.
No, in the light. No.
Oh, I'm going to do the light. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the German Euroleague Media Days done. Nice. Okay, guys, there we have it. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a very long day today, but we did get everything done that we needed to get done. Shout out to all of the staff and the players at Berlin. You guys were really helpful, really friendly, and it's just such a nice atmosphere at the club. Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun going places and getting to meet the players. I think that for me is the biggest thing, is getting to meet the players and, you know, the guys that we make features about all the time, getting to understand them a bit better and actually talk to them face to face. We have a really early flight tomorrow. Well, actually it's not super early, but leaving here will be early. And we've got to get all this stuff back to London. And then I think maybe I do it all again next week. I think I have another media day next week. So hopefully I can continue doing this there. This has been quite fun, to be fair, to be able to, you know, film some stuff behind the scenes, use the new camera. Everyone in the team has been fantastic, and I think both days have gone pretty well on the whole. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching and have been watching for the whole thing, I really don't know how this is going to turn out. I've kind of been sort of half editing it in my mind. I'm hoping at least it's entertaining. So thank you, take care, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.